5 seconds left in the power play. Kadri again. Dishes one time, another save. Skinner on Morgan Frost.
That sharp angle shot, and then the one-timer again by Frost to try and elevate this one from...
Not putting it into an area where he was certain Calgary would get possession. And now here comes McDavid with Draisaitl on his right. Puts the brakes on, hits the trailer. Bouchard denied. Over the line, Bouchard couldn't make the drop off, and now Gridden in his NHL debut to win it. Wrist shot missed.
Chance on the backhand side. Gridden, who's had a real strong game, tries to go.
Bouchard, McDavid in front. Tomasik, a backhander denied. Point blank, Dustin Wolf. Rebound. Anderson attempts to clear, can't get it done. And Backlund won it. Anderson hit the referee. What a break for the Oilers. Went right to Nugent-Hopkins. That likely would have exited the zone. Instead, it's McDavid to Bouchard. Shoots a save. Made. And the rebound, Nugent-Hopkins. Over to Draisaitl. 7 seconds to play. Here's McDavid. Bouchard, a one-timer off the outside of the post. Rebound, Bouchard crosses. And Draisaitl had it. McDavid to lead off the shootout. Denied. Kirkland attacking Skinner. Comes into the left flank and was stopped. First round, no blood drawn. Here's Draisaitl in the shootout against Wolf. Scores!
And known so much for that quick release, but he's got the moves as well. Sold that all the way to the backhand, quick backhand to forehand, wraps it around the pad.
Morgan Frost. 4 out of 12 for his career. Puts the brakes on, waits, shoots and scores.
The old Patrick Kane.
4 of 8 for his career in shootouts to win it for the Calgary Flames and complete the comeback. Anderson. Stopped. Tried to go 5-hole. David Tomasik. First NHL game in the shootout. Backhander Coronado to give the Flames the win on opening night for a 4th year in a row. Now off the post.
Comes down from a sharp angle again, a right-handed shot down the left side, and that same spot up over the...
The Hobey Baker Award winner from a year ago at Michigan State. Isaac Howard, NHL debut. Tried to chip it over Dustin Wolf. Now Gridden, the 19-year-old, in his NHL debut to win it for Calgary. No!
You had to figure he was going to be in the shootout.
Matt Savoy to put Edmonton ahead. Savoy stopped. 7 out of 15 in his career, nearly 50% to win it for the Flames. Sharon Govich off the other post. Coronado kissed the right goal post, and that one whistled off the left pipe.
Sharon Govich again, just looking at his spot the whole time. He's thinking shot.
Devis Bouchard, his first career shootout attempt, Louis. Bouchard, hit on Wolf, stopped. Kapanen 0 for 5 in the shootout in his career. A lot of speed. Oh, they're going to wave it off. They're going to say bar.
And I think from the reaction of Kapanen, he doesn't think it went in. But he gets this away quick, and again, this is from distance hash marks. He just flicks it past the glove. You can see the reaction of Wolf. He hadn't even moved, really.
20%, just 7 for 39 in his career to win it for Calgary. Backhander score! And in the 8th round, the Flames complete the comeback from 3-0 down and prevail in the Battle of Alberta 4-3 on opening night in a shootout.
Come wide, come to the middle. Quick little flare there, the blade to fake that he was going to take that shot. We've seen it a couple times in a row.
Mitch Marner, 2 points tonight. In across the line. Marner dropping it off for Eichel. Eichel moves it and shoots. Turned aside by Forsberg.
Oh, what a play by Doughty.
And now Byfield looking to gain a step. Moving in, and the save by Hill.
Doughty knocked that puck out of midair to create the chance for Byfield.
Pass broken up. Kept alive. Eichel. And here comes the Ferrier. In across the line. Eichel hustling back with no stick on the Ferrier. Shoots it wide.
Able to stay with it, and eventually later on in that shift, he's able to get the breakaway. Didn't have a ton of gas left in the tank.
So far during the extra session, Carlson looking for the stick of Dorofeev. Dorofeev back out. Here comes Theodore moving in with a shot, and that's gloved by Forsberg. Doughty, 5 seconds. Here's Danault. Danault with a shot blocker save. Hill. Shootout upcoming. Moving in on Hill. Kempe shoots. He scores. Jack Eichel has 4 points tonight. Eichel to the net. Stopped by Forsberg.
Looks like Eichel's going to have a wide open net. Going to go to his backhand. No, he pulls it all the way back, but just not able to move that puck away from the blue paint.
Here's Trevor Moore have a huge shorthanded goal. Moore scores!
Number 16,
Typically it's low blocking. The Kings 2 for 2. Here's Dorofeev. He has a hat trick tonight. Dorofeev scores! Keep the Golden Knights alive.
Right here. Whoa! Almost stick-handled that puck right in the corner.
First game as a Golden Knight. Has a couple of points. Moving in on Forsberg. He dekes. And it's stopped. The Kings win in a shootout, 6-5.
And Bedard will take it back toward his own line. Nazar, he'll sprint in with Bedard. 2-on-1, shoots. Korpisalo to stop. He'll crisscross to the far circle. Rinzel centers. Korpisalo, what a save on Nazar. Bruins have it. Here's Pastrnak. He'll burst up the ice. Rinzel's back. Pastrnak, 2-on-1. Shoots just wide. Look out here. It's going to be a 2-on-0. Bedard and Nazar. Bedard walks in, shoots. Korpisalo flashed up the glove. Holds onto it. Listen to the Garden.
Blade on this one as he fans his stick open, the goaltender, and with a thud it hits it and bounces out, and then a 2-on-0 break, and he makes the glove save. None better than that one though. You put that together with Soderblom's third period save as well, and there's the last one.
Zadorov pins him in the corner, and it squirts to Minten. He's going to have a long 2-on-1 with Geekie. Minten, game on his stick, walks in, shoots, he scores!
Veteran. I mean, if you're going to allow me to improve my angle, you're going to allow me to get to the dot and overplay the pass, I'm taking the shot. And it's
there. The 21-year-old gets it to center. Empty net. Tip just wide. Oh, Eklund in front again. And it stays out. How? I don't know. Sharks cannot come any closer to icing the game. As Eichel scores from the blue line. Are you kidding me? Eichel, a weird one, and we're tied at 3.
And here's the opportunity to Foley with a nice pass. Eklund just misses, and then he gets this wraparound opportunity. It's this stick of Theodore that keeps it out, and then just a dump in by Eichel. And look at the bounce. Nedeljkovic going to his left, and it comes back to his right.
And Jack Eichel, time running down, and we will go to overtime here in San Jose. And a crazy, crazy finish, Cassie. And Smith and his skates kept in by the Sharks. Klingberg with it. For a second, he had Celebrini behind the
wide
defense.
Open. He just couldn't get it to him.
And now Eichel and Theodore 2-on-1. To Theodore for the win. And a save by Nedeljkovic. And now Celebrini stole it. Chopped away. And Nedeljkovic out of the goal. At the goal line. From the blue line. Lost it. Empty net for Riley Smith. And he scores. What a weird finish. And Smith wins it for the Golden Knights.
And there you can see, almost hesitates and stops. He has to just, once you make that choice as a goaltender, you got to come all the way. That little hesitation allowed Theodore to step up and make this play. And it's in the back of the net.
Excellent stick work by Keandre Miller.
Brink is very good at moving one way, shooting the other. He just missed.
Now Zegras with it, and he lays it off. Sanheim gets it through Brink, empty net, and they score. Frederik Andersen saying no.
I think it was Sanheim collided with Andersen. Yeah, within the crease, I definitely think that there's contact.
It is in the hands of the Situation Room in Toronto right now. Kelly Sutherland with the
After video review from the Situation Room, it's determined there was goaltender interference by number 6 Philadelphia. We have no goal.
Aho muscles around Brink. Aho back for Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere to Aho. They kept it in. 25 seconds left. Jarvis. Aho with it. Aho leaves it for Gostisbehere. Back to Aho. Shooting spot for Jarvis. Game over! Seth Jarvis wins it in overtime.
He had an interchange with Aho that was pivotal. And Sebastian Aho put it right into the wheelhouse so Jarvis could blow it by Ersson. No chance for Ersson.
Back to the line, Sergachev trying to walk it, can't do it. And now Gunther's got it. Gunther drags it right to the front. Gunther, he scores! Dylan Gunther! Oh, what a move! 3-2, and Utah wins it!
Of clutch Dylan Gunther lives on.
Necas cuts free. Necas still with it. Handoff, Makar back for Necas. What a save! How on earth did Jake Oettinger just get to his left and keep this game going? My goodness!
Larceny. Man, just full extension. Two of the most preposterous glove grabs.
Best leadoff men in shootouts in the NHL is Jason Robertson, a career 57% shooter in on Wedgwood. Scores! Comes in off the left side.
Signed as a free agent late. Picks it up, the left-handed shot through the far circle. Looks in on Oettinger, shoots and it's saved by Oettinger.
This is Matt Duchene. Picks up the puck at center ice. 41% in his career with speed. Saved by Wedgwood. This is Val Nichushkin. Just his 7th career shootout attempt. He's 3 for 6. Nichushkin. Backhand scores! How about this? Mikko Rantanen, his return to Denver after the playoff series. 3rd shooter. Rantanen scores! What a moment for Mikko here at Ball Arena. Nate MacKinnon with the game on his stick from the left. MacKinnon saved by Oettinger. And Dallas gets the victory. They get the 2-game sweep in Winnipeg and Colorado.
Along with Granlund and Lacombe. Anaheim is yet to possess the puck. Celebrini tries to put it through the feet of Carlson. It's knocked away. And Granlund gives it to Leo. Into the zone he comes. He scores! Leo wins it in overtime. The Ducks are the first one to 7.
What a comeback.
Good shot by Carlson. But again, it's another one through Askarov. And the Sharks with another.
Montour, the first possession for the Kraken. Montour's in with Eberle. He goes to the house. Eberle stopped by Hill. 20 seconds gone here in overtime. Jack Eichel with an assist tonight. Theodore, a clear route. He's in. Stopped. Decord will play it in his crease and hand it off to Jordan Eberle. 52 seconds left in overtime. Here come the Kraken. Brandon Montour, Shane Wright. They gain the zone. Montour just wide with a big blast. Hurdle on the faceoff, loses it. Dunn up top, 15 seconds left in overtime. Beniers cycles out. Peels away from Hurdle. 7 seconds left. Beniers with a shot, fought off by Hill. They score!
net front. Rebound available off the high chest. Concentration from McCann as he's falling. Sending that one up into the back of the net. But an excellent way for Jared McCann to get point number 400.
Turns back away from Faber. Now to Clark. Clark moves in. Walks by Boldy. A backhander. Penalty coming against Minnesota. Byfield. Back to Kempe. Kempe to Byfield. Back to Kempe. Fiala drive. Save Volstead. And as Boldy gets Fiala. Down to Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko cut off by Spurgeon. Fiala a shot. Save Volstead. Cross ice. And Fiala fanned on it. Cut off by Middleton. Across to Kuzmenko.
They wanted Fiala and Kuzmenko to get their one-timers off.
Fiala out to Kempe. 20 to go. Kempe. Fiala. Fires. Kicked away by Volstead. Here comes Kaprizov. Saved by Kemper. Kempe in. And a save by Volstead. And a little fist. Boldy works against Kemper. And a pad save by Kemper. Moore comes in with some speed against Volstead. And a save by Volstead. Third to shoot for Minnesota. Caught the post. Here comes Fiala for Los Angeles. And a save by Volstead as he went back to the backhand. Looking to give Minnesota the lead. He scores!
Might have been watch high glove on they get an iPad, a chance to look at breakaways that Kemper's given up and shootouts. And
Volstead can win it with a save against Kuzmenko. Save by Volstead and a win for the Wild.
Protas takes it for a ride. Waits for a lane to open. There it is. Off the post. He's got it right back. Strome again feeds. Carlson closing. Stick save. Vasilevsky lost his stick. At the doorstep stopped. Into the second minute of OT. First goal wins it. On the move. Wilson full throttle. Tom Wilson turns. Wilson feeds the front. Score! Jacob Chekrin. Washington's a winner.
The Caps dominate the win-loss department. Look at Tom, get the step, watch him come around, then Chikrin sneaks in on the left side of the screen. Poor coverage in front.
Benier, Suzuki, line up. Suzuki wins it. Hudson off the draw, curls around. Lane Hudson. Cutting in, dropping off. Caulfield. Shoots, score! OT winner! Cole Caulfield!
They execute it right off the face-off win. Watch all the moving parts here as Nick Suzuki wins this face-off. Cole Caulfield exits your screen to the right, and then it's all about interchanges, creating some chaos for the Seattle Kraken. Montreal does exactly that, and the punchline, Cole Caulfield headed downhill, puts this right past Joey Daccord on the sharp angle. He's got Nick Suzuki on the back post, but that doesn't matter.
40 seconds left on this Thursday night in regulation. Slafkovsky in the corner. Shea took it away. Tries to clear. Marchessault there to help. That hit Forsberg, though. Second effort, though, to Forsberg. Empty net. Marchessault's got a chance and a good save and block. Stretched up to Caulfield. Caulfield cutting in. Wrist shot. Score! He did it again! Cole Caulfield!
Tie. What a save, Lane Hudson. Are you kidding me? That's Jonathan Marchessault. 42 goals 2 seasons ago. Lane Hudson makes the save, and he sends it right up the ice. A bullet of a pass to Cole Caulfield, who wastes no time. The clock's winding down, and he fires it right past UC Soros.
Demidov jumps on the ice, and he's got the puck. Demidov
He'll stop. Suzuki, one-timer, bar down, and it stayed out. What a rocket, and it stayed out on the feed from Demidov.
In front of that net, and right here, watch Suzuki on the top of your screen, just rips it.
Roman Josi. Weaving in, Josi still with it, backhand try stop, rebound, Marchessault battling with Dobish, they'll blow it down. Drops, Matheson. Up high, waiting, shooting, tip job, Suzuki! And it stayed out as Suzuki couldn't finish. Good defensive play. Dobson. Demidov hesitates. Ivan Demidov waiting, shooting, big stop, Saros. Here's Hudson. Challenging around Forsberg. Lane Hudson cutting in, and he just missed Newhook as they hit a skate. And look out, a 2-on-0 the other way. Forsberg, Stamkos. Forsberg shoots, locked down, Dobish. And he tries to play it, and he will. And a 2-on-1 the other way, but they're going to blow it down behind the play.
As Lane Hudson tries to make this pass to Alex Newhook, it goes off the skate of Josi, and everyone's sold out. Everyone's committed.
Suzuki, back to Caulfield. Cole Caulfield maneuvers in. Suzuki just missed glove side. How did that stay out? Matheson along the boards. Digs in the corner. 7 seconds left. One last chance. Suzuki, Caulfield, score! Can you believe this, kid? OT winner, Cole Caulfield!
Suzuki was so close, still looking for his first goal of the season, but he's going to set up Caulfield on the backhand pass, wins this battle. A slick little pass, and Caulfield wastes no time. On his stick, off his stick, what a game for Caulfield. He gets the goal that sends it to overtime. He gets the clutch stick on puck when Mike Matheson doesn't have a stick in his own zone, and then ends it.
Off, Nyes had to retreat quickly. Panarin moves it back across. Zibanejad failed on the shot, picked up by Riley. He's away with Nylander and Matthews. Austin Matthews, William Nylander, 2-on-1. Nylander works in, back in front, they score! Austin Matthews, overtime winner. Leafs take it 2-1.
And the Leafs get the win, courtesy of their goaltender.
Another game-winning goal for Austin Matthews.
Play it back to Shabbat. Dylan Cousins just tied the hockey game. Leaves it for Stützle. Stützle in, save. Grubauer with the blocker. Skating through the neutral zone without some lumber. Now he has to hurry back. Beniers is in, back pass. Shabbat's able to get his stick, but he's out of the play. Beniers right in the middle, save. Omar. Frantic action. Now McCann, right side, drops off. Shane Wright, sharp angle and below the goal line. Centering pass in front. Another save from Allmark. Not bothered by that. He'll take it back up to the neutral zone. Here's Matty Beniers. Chance in front. Big stick there. Matheson on the back check. Maybe a chance to hurry. Sanderson with the time ticking down. Sanderson off the goalpost. May have just beat the buzzer.
He fires it. And that Grubauer gets a chunk of it. But
as Ottawa hunts for that extra point, Matheson in. Pulls it high. Success rate in the shootout. He'll take on Omar. Jordan Eberle stopped by Omar. Eberle 8 for 17 in his shootout career. A sharp shooter to be sure. In on Grubauer. Stützle scores!
Slow in changing your angle, but watch how quickly he fires this. Grubauer late to get his knees down to the ice. Because I think he was waiting.
McCann came into tonight on a 3-game goal streak. He'll take it wide on Omar. Stopped by Linus. And now the hottest shooter in the NHL has a chance to end it. Shane Pinto in on Grubauer. Scores!
Gensel. Checked by DeBrincat. Puck loose sider. Loose there and turnaround shot. Point. Gibson over. Here comes DeBrincat. Gathering speed into the zone. Swings it wide. Gensel back in front. Hedman just misses. Hit a break the other way. From center ice. It's Dylan Larkin. The game on his stick. Scores! Larkin wins it. The Red Wings have won 4 in a row.
Excellent chance by Tampa Bay. I'll get the time on Larkin's shift and his overtime time. But the bottom line is, Dylan Larkin again.
No retreat to the boards, trying to cover the corner. Works in behind. Makes a pass off the post. And now it's picked up by Bedard. He'll skate it out. Has Rinzel joining him, going to the goal. Bedard sticks with it. Connor Bedard turns back and he'll carry out the center and Rinzel can get off. Bedard stays with it. Now he makes a play to Burakovsky. Hawks get fresh skaters on the ice. Here comes Teravainen and off the shoulder of Lankinen with that shot. Big bouncing rebound. Burakovsky knocked away from him by Roenick. Feeds it across to Garland. A minute and a half to go in a lively overtime. Garland. Hughes back on the ice. Feeds it over. Here's the chance. Pad save by Knight off Besser. He'll get it back up the boards. Turns just inside the line. Leaves the puck for Elias Pettersson. Trying to break through. Pettersson in time. Pad save by Knight. Able to cover up, and then Hughes jabs at Knight.
He makes a cutback move here. Throws it between the skate and the stick, and then a better right pad save. Holy jump in that.
Teuvo Teravainen up first on Kevin Lankinen. Lankinen with the save as he makes his way in on Spencer Knight. That's up. That wouldn't have counted anyway, because he went backwards, right?
Yeah, by the Scorpion save right here.
Yeah.
Anyway, there, yeah, because he brought it back. So no, it wouldn't have counted. Anyway.
Bedard on Lankinen. Slows it down. Stopped by Lankinen. Pad save. Connor Garland for Vancouver swings in wide. And Knight with the save. Took that off the left pad. Frank Nazar, Kevin Lankinen. Picks up speed. Pad save. Lankinen. Hawks need a save. DeBrusk flies in. Crossbar. And we go on to round 4.
No goal. Bench until they realized that it went off the bar and out.
Yep.
And maybe glanced off the sweater, the right shoulder.
Ryan Donato. Stopped by Lankinen. Here comes Brock Besser on Spencer Knight. Scores! Brock Besser in round 4 of the shootout wins it for Vancouver.
Konechny, Couturier, and Sanheim, the first 3 out for the Flyers. Eriksson Ek, Faber makes a nice move on Konechny, cuts on up, centers it, Eriksson Ek could not finish it. Vladar flashed across and the puck didn't go. Flyers with a chance to get it, but it's Boldy who goes and finds the puck. Boldy walks to the slot. Boldy fires, glove save Vladar. He's going to keep it in play, and Drysdale gets that puck, but Rossi was right in the vicinity. And now Drysdale emerges to center with the pass to Forster. Forster right up the gut off to Cates. Cates waits, holds, fires, and scores! Noah Cates is the hero! His first career overtime game-winning goal.
Assist on this play. Here's a shot. He gloves it down. Some tired bodies. He's going to play it. Then he doesn't. Hands it off to Drysdale. And the Flyers go the other way. Drysdale gets it to Forster. So that means Vladar will not get an assist.
Need that third assist.
Yeah, if he doesn't make that play, the Flyers don't go down the other end. And Cates able to get to the middle of the ice in a beautiful finish.
Matthews for William Nylander. He'll cut through. Drop it off to Matthews. He'll drop it off to Riley. In front, just wide. Austin Matthews with a chance.
Vince Dunn, who has scored in the game, works back in, curls back, and here's Shane Wright off the glove of Stolarz. Dunn, and now the Leafs have been out there a while. Domi and McMahon, Shane Wright again, and Stolarz to stop. Legs a little fresher for Seattle. Vince Dunn again with Wright on the move. Wright breaking in, and Stolarz shuts the door.
Matthews, Nylander, Riley for the Leafs. Here comes Mahura. He's in. He scores! Hey, hey! What do you say? Josh Mahura, his first goal as a Seattle Kraken, wins it in overtime.
Moves forward.
Excellent job busting through the middle. He goes through, excellent backhand, forehand, up over that blocker side. You said it, John, the first goal on a Kraken sweater. Gets the opportunity here in overtime.
Now Miller flips it, and Jarvis will receive the pass. Drop for Aho, his shot. Jarvis, he scores! He does it in overtime again! And Carolina stays unbeaten on the season.
Taking advantage of a bounce, but backtrack it to valuing puck possession. That's what this group had done. Block, lost stick in the process, and Seth Jarvis has goal number 102 in his NHL career. To put this thing to bed and stretch the winning streak to 5. But in 3 on...
Up against Carlson. He'll work it back to the blue line.
Yeah, he wants some movement there.
Connor Bedard shoots. Turned aside by Dostal. Picked up by Zellweger. Carries in. Shoots. Stop Knight. Rebound. Pad save. Knight robs Zellweger on an opportunity on his own rebound.
I don't think that Bedard was fully off the ice on that change with Mikheyev coming back on the ice, and that led to the opportunity.
Carried to center. Knocked off the stick of Gauthier. Good play by Kaiser. Here comes Nazar. He's got Mikheyev. Stopped by Dostal. Got the shoulder on that shot. That had potential. Cutter Gauthier the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Gauthier! Knight with a save. Got a piece of that steer to wide. The puck goes all the way around and down. Carlson. Check neatly. It's Bedard. Feeds it ahead. Here goes Donato. Working in with a shot. Pad save. Rebound bouncing. 2-on-1. He's got McTavish with him. Here's the pass out of McTavish's reach. His stick tied up. Good play, Rinzel. Hawks have numbers. 3 of them. 3-on-1. Donato with Bedard and Rinzel. Bedard! Stopped by Dostal. Rebound Bedard. In front. They score! Donato wins it in overtime.
Position, but this is a great play there by Rinzel. Now he's got some help along the way. Donato feeds the puck there, kind of handcuffs Bedard, but all good shooters find a way to balance it out. And then a perfect pass right on the tape to Donato, who cashes in for the overtime game winner here at the United Center.
Second career overtime winner for Donato is...
Ultimately, the Sens didn't get a shot on that off the draw. Woolman scores! Jake Woolman, in his season debut, blisters home the winner. Final score, Edmonton 3, Ottawa 2 in overtime.
Pop right back to him, and then a rolling puck. He shoots this in the middle of the net, and what I mean, it's right by the left ear of Linus Ullmark. So Ullmark goes to get his glove up, and it's a rolling puck that goes into space.
And that's why the teams regroup at center. As Kempe comes in. Now Kuzmenko waiting to the net. In on goal. Binnington made the save. And he draws a minor. And now Fiala gets it again. He waits. Byfield, Fiala. And then Kempe, they cross. Seam pass, Kempe shoots, and he scores! Kempe wins it! Kings in overtime. Goodbye, good night, game over.
And it was the one-timer they were looking for. But because it's handled so correctly and so quickly, the release is there. Byfield, will he create an issue? He does. Just that motion in front too, and there it is! Aim! Fire!
But Gunther and Keller and Sergachev have the puck. They're now going to dictate the turns. And here they come with speed. Gunther, Keller, shot, draw, score!
I mean, it's just all about speed. You know, they almost create a 3-on-2, but watch him. He stops. Instead of just flying by the net, he actually puts on the brakes, slows down his skates, and watch this. If he doesn't, he's already by, keeps his stick there.
Attackers in overtime. Newhook over the boards. Trailed by Demidov, who has it now. Demidov in some room. Hesitates, Matheson scores! Demidov with the setup. Matheson wins it, and Montreal keeps their roll going.
And Colby talking about his wide stance. There's a couple examples of it right here. Spreads it out, more than shoulder width apart. He spots Matheson coming in from the point.
and a perfectly placed pass and a perfectly placed shot just over the pad of Dustin Wolf. Great vision by Demidov.
He back skates into the zone. Smith waiting for help to arrive. Sends it across. Celebrini! Stopped by Shesterkin. And Celebrini off the rebound, able to play it but over the net. Now Macklin's got it down in the corner. Checked by Miller. Shot! Score! Will Smith!
The Sharks win it in overtime. What a night at the Garden. And what a first win of the season for the San Jose Sharks. Will Smith with the game winner from Macklin Celebrini, who finishes with a 5-point game. It took till game 7, but was worth the wait.
And Rantanen checks Kempe. Puck comes out toward the line. Byfield in pursuit. Kempe with him. Byfield. Kempe. Score! Kempe again, the overtime hero.
Kempe starts to play a strong board work play, a nice play up the boards. As Hintz has a chance to get the puck, but Byfield though works him for it, and this puck to Kempe.
Trying to dive through a bunch of whalers. Here's McKinnon picking up speed. That puck got away from him. Walks it, high slot, leaves it off for Taves. Taves with the wrister, saved by Freddie Anderson, and he barely got a piece. What a save. Top of the circle, trying to find his spot. No look pass. Svechnikov turns and fires, saved by Miner. Picked up by Aho. Parked himself down deep, trying to take away the eyes. McCarr, twisting, turning, and shooting. Saved by Anderson. Rebound. The last rush in. Here's McKinnon. Trying to cut through. Loose puck. One-timer. Saved by Freddie Anderson with 5.1 left. Here we go. Jarvis is in. Through the circle, Jarvis scores. A nice move by Seth Jarvis.
More talent in his finger than I do in my whole hand. Just back and forth. And then makes Miner bite. Comes back to the far post.
Picks up speed. Carries it in down the wing. Now works it to the top of the circles. Looks down the slot. Nichushkin shoots and is saved by Anderson. Left-handed shot. Picks it up. Winds his way, working down the slot. Svechnikov is in, shoots it wide of the net. What will he do, Rice? Puck got away, he'll pick it back up. Looks down the slot, Natchez is in, shoots, and is saved by Anderson with the glove. Through the circle, Blake is in, Miner is there, saved by Trent Miner.
See if he can get one more.
Arturi Lehkonen in his first attempt this year. He'll kick it over the blue line, coming in on Anderson. And Anderson denies it! Mr. Anderson gets the win! And what a gutsy performance from this Carolina Hurricanes team as they get their 4th win out of 5 tries on this road trip.
Konechny will get the puck.
Too many men.
Islanders had 4 players on the ice. Puck bounces free. Here's Drouin. The pass, the shot, and Anderson with a spectacular save! He robbed Horvat and keeps the Flyers alive.
Watch, one going for a change. Here's 4. I mean, it's clear as day that should have been blown down, but it doesn't happen, and then Ersson has to come up with just a beautiful save here on Bo Horvat.
Brink looking for some space, gets it to Couturier, back to Brink. Bobby will take the shot. It's a pass action to Couturier for the shot, and Sorokin flashes across. Now Pelech the long pass ahead. He's got Palmieri moving up. Palmieri got a shot off, and the save made by Ersson. No call there either as Cates will pick up the puck. To Barzal. Barzal back to Schaefer. Cutting out in. Save Ersson again. Sam Ersson. Oh, the Flyers turn it back over. Holmstrom to Schaefer. Checked beautifully by Forster. Forster turns backwards. 28 seconds remaining. Picks up the puck and heads on it. Deliberately so. Taking his time. And Sorokin knocks it down. 32%. Wants to give the Islanders a lead. A little more speed, but Ersson shuts it down.
Remain aggressive.
All right, here we go is Zegras. 13 for 21. He was 2 for 3 last year. He's really dawdling his way in. Now he cuts to the middle and scores! He makes it look easy.
It is a skill. I mean, the stick handles, so you don't know when he's going to pull the trigger. That's the tough part.
14 of 22 in his career. Now Holmstrom, who's 2 for 6. In from the left wing. Dinks and scores. Beautiful move by Holmstrom to tie the shootout at 1.
Move to his backhand, you got to respect it because he sells it so hard, and then he puts the brakes on for Ersson. I mean,
Michkov, 3 for 7. Is in from the right wing. And scores! 2-1 Flyers. Anthony Duclair must score to keep this one going. 4 for 21 in his career. Duclair cutting in. Dinks and Ersson, the save! Crashed into by Duclair, but he keeps the puck out and the Flyers win the game.
The Knies out there with Matthews now. McLeod finds Darlene again, downhill, and he missed the mark. Knies with a move on Thompson to Tavares, and he's checked. And back the other way goes Quinn, and Thompson, Jack Quinn, and the path broken up. Power overskates the puck as he had a clear break. Now the other way, it's a breakaway. John Tavares scores! 4:99, it's a game winner.
A back pass that goes awry here. It's Tavares who gets stripped. A 2-on-1 desperation coming back. Look at Owen Power ends up with this one and loses control completely. Matthew Knies with a heads-up play. No panic, quick pass, good acceleration, and just a wicked wrister up and over the blocker side. Look at Tavares take a quick peek, and he beats Luukkonen to that short side up and over.
Erik Karlsson waiting for a change. Malkin fresh out there. He's got the puck. Malkin shoots off the glove of Merzlikins. The rebound batted wide. Loose puck comes free. Provorov gets around Malkin in front. Monahan. Oh, Shelovs keeps the game going. And it starts this. Letang shoots off Merzlikins. Stays out. How? Back comes Provorov, Sillinger in, save made by Shelovs. My goodness, what a game.
Back and forth. The shot by Letang off Shelovs' glove, and he gets saved again on the goal line. About the third time here tonight. It's just suspended in time. And enough time for Columbus to get back and clear.
Off the face-off, it's a foot race, and here comes Columbus, 2-on-1. Marchenko shooting, save Shelovs, it's up in the air. Oh my goodness, the Penguins stay alive, and here comes Malkin. Puts on the brakes, lost it, breakaway Marchenko. He's got a chance to win it, missed the net.
Johnson starting it off. He was great last season against Shelovs. He scores! Kent Johnson!
So Johnson gets that goal. Russ looks to respond. Scores!
Base right here. Fake shot. Look at this. Look at him on his feet dancing. And this gets to the back.
Winding on in against Artur Shelovs. Fakes, deeks, and scores! Bantilli!
Another confident young player. Look at these feet. Quick, quick, quick.
Crosby looks to respond for the Penguins. He does!
Coming on this side, he usually likes to shoot high glove or 5-hole. This time.
Marchenko in round number 3. Slowly skates in. He scores! Marchenko! Blue Jackets 3 for 3, and now need a save from Merzlikins.
How about that? Evgeny Malkin, pressure's on him, and Elvis Merzlikins.
And Evgeny Malkin skating on in, and it goes high. This one is over. The Blue Jackets are indeed victorious in Pittsburgh. Elvis Merzlikins gets the win. The fans love it here at PPG Paints Arena.
And the Kings hold off the Predators. Puck is misplayed. Stastny picks it up, 2-on-1. And a save by Kemper.
Oh, wow.
Stamkos in his customary shooting spot now. Forsberg back to him. One-timer. Save! Kemper. O'Reilly brings it high slot. Interchanges Forsberg. One-timer Marchessault. Saved by Kemper. Fed back to Marchessault. Down low. O'Reilly shoots. Kemper leaning, squeezing. He's got it. Ryan O'Reilly has the first goal and the game-tying goal late, plus an assist. Now he starts this shootout. Comes in on Kemper. He scores! Saros comes out. And Kempe ties up the shootout.
Wow, that's just a beautiful goal.
He's just feeling it.
Tweeners. But watch how quickly. One shift and then elevation. There was a quick stick handle there. It's coming up. Right there. That froze Saros. And then the tweeners. But watch how quickly. One shift and then elevation. There was a quick stick handle there. It's coming up. Right there. That froze Saros.
Everybody standing in Smashville. Forsberg. He scores!
It'll look easy, but watch. It's all his hands. Watch his hands. Little fake here. He looks like he's going to the backhand. Kemper bites on.
He has a goal tonight. The 40-year-old approaches Saros. He hit the post!
And he tries to pull him with his body, and you can see Saros fade off a little bit, going with his body. He holds.
Now all eyes on Steven Stamkos. The veteran comes in. A chance to win it. Saved by Kemper! The crowd chants juice. All eyes on 74 in goal. Trevor Moore tries to keep his team alive. He does! This game has been full of surprises. Now it's Jonathan Marchessault. Stopped by Kemper. And all of a sudden, after fending off round number 4, Byfield comes in with speed. Stopped by Saros! What does he have up his sleeve? Here comes Wood. Save Kemper. Kuzmenko drives. Stick handles. He fanned on the first shot. Would that have counted? I'm not sure.
If you don't put it towards the net, because
he's screaming as Luke Evangelista comes in. He hit the post.
He had it. He had it. It was just a good.
In the bottom of the 6th. Deneau. He is denied.
This is, he tries an unorthodox kind of move. He's trying to do it.
Erik Haula in the 7th round. Haula score! Now it's our old friend Kevin Fiala comes in. Fiala sweeping him, and he scores! What a shootout we're seeing in Smashville.
Oh my goodness.
Michael Bunting for the Predators. Bunting! Too high. In the 8th round. Vogel straight ahead. Stopped by the golden pads. Ozzy Weisblatt. He'll take it, angle left. Cut back to the middle. Weisblatt scores! Yoel Armia in the bottom of the 9th. Here comes Armia. Save! Stars! Yes, sir! Nashville wins it! A 9-round shootout!
Good job by Jack to get there first and find Hamilton. And now a 2-on-1. Hamilton with Brad. Hamilton, glove save, Minor. He drops it back off for Taves to keep the play going. Here comes Jack. Jack to Brad. Spins, drops it back off for Jack. Jack straight away. Couple of moves on his backhand. It goes wide.
What a move in tight.
Nate just loses. Nemitz to Jack, who scores! Give me a second chance, and he took advantage. Devils win 4-3. Put a pitchfork in this one. It's 8 in a row.
Now we're seeing some twisting, turning, weaving. Jack Hughes with the move on Natchez. Has a great chance. He gets stopped the first time there. But here's where the turnover was created by Nemitz. Shimon Nemitz creates a turnover as he gets his chance out here. One more look at it. There's the miss on the backhand. Give Nemitz a lot of credit. as he finds Jack Hughes and over the left shoulder.
Here's Howden now. Howden on the right side. He's going to drop it off for Theodore. He's cut off, and here comes the first chance. Up the ice, it's Hagel with Kucherov. Kucherov, Hagel, Kucherov, scores! Nikita Kucherov with a lightning strike in overtime, and the Bolts win it!
The puck, that's the guy you want to have first of all. He gives it to Hagel early. He doesn't wait too long. The opening is there. That opens up the defenseman who has to make a decision. And Hagel is smart enough when the defenseman comes across and
Boldy to Faber.
San Jose's not been able to change a body, so it's the same guys that took the draw.
Eriksson in centers, and Faber's denied by Askarov. Feeds Faber, they're back on the attack. Sharks still can't change. Kaprizov, Johansson. Johansson centers, and Faber denied by Askarov for a second time.
Rossi, Boldy, off the goalpost, their third tonight.
Can't get off, still can't get off.
Eklund's gonna gamble and go off. Here come the Wild, 3-on-2, Faber, saved by Askarov, and a chance now for Eklund, Celebrini, Celebrini in, score! What a goal! What a win! Sharks win it in overtime! Wow! I've never seen an overtime like it!
That is absolutely incredible!
Unbelievable! Macklin Celebrini on only arguably the second time the Sharks had the puck in overtime, puts it away.
And then Macklin Celebrini hustles on. There's the shot, there's the save. Goodbye, Macklin Celebrini takes off. Brock Faber leaves him in the dust. And then, boom, quick shot, wins the game. This is absolutely, as you said, Randy, incredible. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a major league, we're going to win this, I got it moment for Macklin Celebrini. Wow.
Edmonton 2 third-period goals to create the need for 3-on-3. Sherwood gives way to Garland. Besser, snapshot, tipped home. Sherwood. Vancouver prevails. 4-3 in overtime.
They're hanging on the bench right now, considering and pondering a challenge, but good movement around the end zone. Once possession was had, the defensive zone, it's the tip by Sherwood. And on first look here, the wrister by Besser, and Sherwood with a deflection.
Carlson for Russ. Turning out high, top of the circle. Now Carlson for Malkin. Malkin seen. Russ. Crosby denied and cleared. No penalty call. Crosby outletted up ahead. Moving in, it's Letang. Letang is stopped for the penalty call. Letang still fighting for it. Fed it out. Malkin a shot. The whistle blows first before his shot went in.
Malkin jumped on the ice for the goaltender as Shelovs was coming to the bench, but he was way in front of where he could be.
There was no goal on the ice as there was a premature substitution of the goaltender. However, 46 Philadelphia has a minor penalty for a slot.
Turning out high, top of the circle. Now Carlson for Malkin. Malkin seen. Russ. Crosby denied and cleared.
Didn't have time to say, but they love that shot past to Crosby. One of the game's best at deflecting the puck. That time, Ersson, beautiful.
Malkin drifts in. Seen for Crosby. Skate to stick. Carlson a drive. Is stopped by Ersson. Cates moves it out. Shadowed by Crosby. And now feeds it along. Here's Sealer's shot. Turned aside by Shelovs. Extra skater on. It's 5-on-4 for the Flyers. And Nedden out high. Sanheim a draw. Got a tip from Cates. Mantha touches up.
So now they got Tippett out here instead of connecting. So look for Zegras and Tippett.
Got it in for Forster. Shot. Tyson Forster wins it in overtime.
The previous play is under review by the league to see if the play was offside prior to the goal.
Angles you've seen, what do you think?
Well, I haven't seen a definitive angle yet, Mike, but that's a little deceiving what we just saw there. I believe he brings it into the zone and then back onto the blue line.
After review, the play was deemed to be offside. No goal. Please reset the game clock to 28 seconds.
Start this shootout. Konechny moving in. Konechny stopped by Shilovs. 6 for 13 in his career. Rust moving in, and Rust is stopped by Ersson.
Wow, Ersson read that well. Spread out on the left leg. Ersson will spread out, take it away, and here's Matvei Mich.
Flyers and goals off to a slow start this year. Michkov moving in with a
Looking low blocker. There's the fake that Shilovs bites off the pad because they didn't think Malkin was eligible, but he was in the penalty box.
Here is Malkin moving in, and he scores.
But he was in the penalty box. He's allowed to come out. The game's over. Here he beats Ersson. Oh, that's a perfect shot. He's got a little...
Again, Zegras and Crosby in the locker room watching. Here is Bobby Brink. Brink moving in. He scores!
Wow, what a set of hands from Brink. Brink scored the game's first goal. Look at this, 1 move, 2 moves. Oh, I got one more for you. What a beauty from Bobby Brink. And now it's Ville Koivunen, who was in the American League a week ago.
Ville Koivunen moving in, and Koivunen is stopped by Ersson. The Flyers win it in a shootout in a wild one in Philly.
On the wall, Sabres get it back. Chance here, breakaway. Yuri Kulik in overtime. Kulik shoots, Graves the save. Sabres are back in good shape here. 2 back. Columbus gaining the line. Pacheco to the net with a shot, and that goes high off the glass.
Wood into the attacking zone. Wood bouncing puck.
Wow, is that ever bouncing on him?
Crazily. But it's Lundestrom. Here's Werenski in front. Wood! Score! Miles Wood in overtime for the Blue Jackets. And the Jackets are headed right back to Ohio with 2 points.
Puck is absolutely bouncing around, and he finally just gets rid of it. And boy, it ends up on the right man's stick in Zach Werenski. But look at Wood.
Cutter Gauthier scored the second goal for Anaheim. He gets the legs going. In over the Panther line. He is dangerous. The wraparound attempt denied.
Look at, he goes around. Tarasov committed, but he gets around, and with a little bit of help there, the long reach by Seth Jones. Another look from overhead.
Trying to go upstairs on Dostal for the game winner was Mack. Jones for Reinhart, and a slot lets it go. Glove save. Oh, and then Dostal smartly just dropped it down and cleared. Trouba got a piece of it. Reinhart finds Samoskevich. Looking in front. Here's Lundell holding. Samoskevich on the doorstep for Jones in the slot. Lundell, Jones, shot stopped and cleared.
That was the look they were looking for.
Behind the net. Reinhart at the dot. Waits it out. Looks. Lundell to the forehand between the legs, and Dostal makes the save.
That's his here. The Panthers on the power play in overtime. Look at how they snap that puck around. Samoskevich. There's the shot right there with Reinhart out in front. Here's the second one. Reinhart down low, and then Lundell between the legs and just couldn't finish it.
All right, here we go. 50% for 20-year-old Leo Carlsson against Daniil Tarasov to start the shootout. Oh, Tarasov beautifully stayed with him and made the glove save. No saving Sam Reinhart for later in the shootout. He'll go in round 1. Trying to give the Panthers the lead. Reinhart walks in on Dostal, and Dostal stayed with him. The veteran Troy Terry now to start round 2. Sweeps in. Oh, and it sneaks in through Tarasov for the first goal.
Finds the back of the net.
I think he just loses possession of it. He tried to go backhand.
See what he's got in store for Dostal. Oh, beautifully done, Anton Lundell, and we're even.
And he with the sweet hands, look at, he just waits for the goaltender to go down, start to go down, and
slowly walks in from the wall. In front, stick handling, waiting. Oh, and he scores. Wow.
That extra point. Almost unfair, isn't it?
I agree with you. I mean, he almost stops. Now it is up to Evan Rodriguez. A save from Lucas Dostal, and it's 2 points for the Ducks tonight in Florida. Rodriguez with speed. Goes backhand, and Dostal gets the extra point for the Ducks.
What a trip. What a performance from Dostal again tonight.
Crease off to make him make a play before he wants to. Now the Jets have the puck.
Here comes Morrissey for Scheifele. This is Kyle Connor. Shot scores! Connor in overtime, and the Jets take it 4-3.
Who will be the hero tonight on the West Coast? Suzuki. Through center, leads Caulfield. Nearly lost it, but he's got it. Caulfield cutting in. Cole Caulfield. Short side, trying to tuck it home. Score! Can you believe this guy? Another OT winner. Cole Caulfield.
How about the poise? Caulfield is a great goal scorer, knows that. And this is just a fantastic play. Nearly gets turned over, but then Cole gets around here, and then watch how he stops. And now Decord's off his feet, puts it into the skates, and just bangs it in. What a finish for Montreal. They were so good for 50 minutes of this game.
It's Heiskanen, Steele, and Robertson for the Stars. Kucherov, the dance to the shot off the pad of Ottinger. He didn't know where it was. Play at the Heiskanen. No crisscross. Miro Heiskanen trying to find some room. Heiskanen in the slot. Save Vasilevsky. McDonough taps the puck back to Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky plays the play. Kucherov going down to the ice with Robertson. It's a 2-on-1. Point. Kucherov. Point. Save Ottinger. And here goes the Dallas. Now Heiskanen over the line. Rantanen with speed. Mikko Rantanen throws the brakes onto the goal line. Lost it. Cirelli tried to chip it around Johnston and go get it. Anthony Cirelli with a pass to the net in overtime. Scores! Cirelli, overtime winner for Tampa.
Drags it the other way. There's the play, the flipper. Now he comes buzzing through the neutral zone on the back end. 3 Stars are after him. Heiskanen tries to push Rantanen with his stick to give him a little bit more juice. As you can see there, he falls, and now he's got the presence of mind to go back to the backhand. And
sets it up. Crisscross with Sanderson. Feeds it across to Pinto. Back for Stutzla. Sanderson standing in front. Stutzla shoots. Hit the mask of Cooley and went off.
3 guys on the ice. Who do you want to identify and isolate for him one-on-one? Jonathan Huberdeau. And look at the gap Huberdeau is giving. He can't close on him, and that's a good look.
Crunch there by Batherson. Worked it free for Dylan Cousins. Gonna flip back. It's stolen by Batherson. Feeds it back in front. Dylan Cousins. The backhand shot stopped in tight by Cooley. Works it back in. Chris crossing with Stutzla. Drops it for him. In comes Tim Stutzla. Gets a step. Holds it down. Cooley makes a pass.
Shot on net. Stutzla is in alone here. And 2 in the hand is usually enough when a guy's on a breakaway to draw a penalty.
And now Sanderson gathers it back up. Huberdeau's down. And Sanderson busts it out with Stutzla and Dylan Cousins. In comes Stutzla. Dylan Cousins with a shot. Cooley makes the save on him. Wow.
Cousins and one more. This is a tremendous save. That's a good read by Cooley.
Drop back to Sanderson for Stutzla. Has time. Sanderson has a look. Feeds across back and sends it back at first roof and tap home that rebound. Batherson in on Cooley. Scores! 0 for 1 so far this year. In comes Kirkland on Allmark. Hit the goalpost. Against Seattle. Makes his way in slowly. Stutzla winds in and scores!
And when Cooley bites on that pump fake, he's got him. Roll the wrist, get to the forehand, and make no mistake. He's got 1,000 moves.
1 for 1 so far this year. Frost. Shoots over, makes the stop, and Ottawa wins it. Zadorov shoots, Ryan came out, that puck trickle behind him. His foot's still got to be stinging from the shot block that he had against Pastrnak. A steal. 3-on-1. Husmanov with Lindholm. Husmanov. He scores!
Kylie's going to lose the puck right here. Good play by Minten. Feels the pressure from Tage Thompson coming forward. That's a mistake. But he's thinking offense because Dahlen's got the puck. He wasn't expecting him to lose it. And now the Bruins have a tremendous advantage.
Suter gets it in over the line. Takes it towards the goal. Shoots, shot blocked. Rebound to Suter, and it's kicked off the right pad of Lankinen. Wing Broberg in overtime again. Near side to Shin, and off the goalie. The puck rebounds. Blues retreat. Snuggerud getting back. In, Bain, Snuggerud took it away. 1:20 to go in overtime. Blues have not gone to a shootout yet this year. Holloway in, stops. Buchnevich shoots, high it goes.
He likes to shoot, but a chance to make a difference here in the shootout. And Lankinen stayed with him on the deke to the backhand.
He tried going to the backhand, had him maybe briefly. He's got to get it up. And Lankinen comes over.
He's been the best Canuck by far. With the hat trick and amidst a chorus of boos, he weaves it in on Binnington, shoots it off the post. And we go to round 2.
Jimmy Snuggerud, best game of the season. Here he comes.
First shootout attempt in the NHL. Snuggerud shoots, Lankinen a save. Elias Pettersson is going to bring it in on Binnington. Shoots Binnington, 5-hole denied. Shen from the blue dotted center. Lost the handle on the near wing, and that one will frustrate him as he goes back to the bench.
There, it just falls right off his blade. He's got speed. He goes to move it to the forehand, backhand, just slides underneath his.
Jake DeBrusk can end it here with a goal on Binnington. Scores! Jake DeBrusk in the shootout. This one sneaks in under. And a hat trick for Sherwood, a game winner for Jake DeBrusk.
When he came in with speed, and that forced Binnington to come out a little bit further away from the net, and as he's slowly back.
Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. McDavid. Nugent Hopkins. McDavid fires Stone. Rebound kicked out to Bouchard. Elders, he has had a phenomenal game, and he might have just created a 2-on-1, but Colson for victory. Denied. Shesterkin for a 4th time tonight, stopping Colson cold.
Here's Schneider. Now Miller. 2:15 remaining in overtime. Nice move by JT Miller. Down the right side. Moves in, shoots, and scores! It's an overtime winner! JT Miller beating Stuart Skinner. Rangers off the bench.
Overtime. Miller get the puck here and a nice sweeping move. Holds it, just holds it long enough. Draisaitl doesn't commit to defend. Bouchard doesn't commit to defend. And there's a wide open lane, and oh, baby, back of the net.
Adrian Kempe into the zone, leaves it there. Kopitar in front of the net, all alone. Oh, and Kempe couldn't bury it. Loose in the crease, and the Red Wings able to clear.
And the puck comes free. Good stick by Kopitar to keep it alive. On to Kempe. Slides it across. Fiala waiting. Down low Perry. Fiala lets it go. And a save by Talbot.
Hamonic stick in the lane. In front of the net. Rebound, they score. Fiala. And he was in there certainly before the puck. So this is a league review. We're in overtime.
After reviewing the play, there is no goaltender.
There you go. That's a league review, not a challenge. What a break for Detroit.
Wow. Fiala, 12 to go. Kempe at the line. Kopitar in the dying seconds. Kempe shoots it. Right on rebound. And Kopitar put it high.
Takes this to a shootout. We'll end up on this side again, I believe. There's Larkin. Yeah, he reached along with Seider.
I know varying opinions on who has the advantage, but here he goes. And a big stop there. Oh, Talbot, what a save.
Ton of great saves in this game.
Whoa, flash of the leather.
And had to. That's a nifty move by Kempe. What a save.
On Darcy Kemper. Scores! Lucas Raymond gives the Red Wings the lead.
This is a wicked shot and a great move. Watch how he changed the angle of the stick right here.
Corey Perry looks to tie up the shootout. Can't do it.
Kemper needs a save. DeBrincat comes in and goes wide. And the Kings have life.
Kemper had a stick on it there.
Needs to score here or the Red Wings win. Fiala on Talbot. Talbot the save and the Red Wings win. The most unlikely 2 points, but the Red Wings have won 3 in a row to go to 8-3 on the season.